Yesterday, I got on board Holland America's biggest and newest ship to date, the Nieuw Statendam. So I'm going to tell you all about my first day and embarkation, and that's coming up right now. Hello everybody, welcome back to CruiseReport.com's YouTube channel. My name's Chris, and I'm going to tell you a little bit today about my first day on board Nieuw Statendam. Now, those of you who are Holland America fans already, you're probably familiar with this ship. It's not a brand new ship, but it is their newest ship. Hasn't been out maybe quite a year, but this is the first time I've been on board. And on this particular cruise, I'm by myself. I'm not with Ricky, my partner, and she couldn't make it. She had other obligations, so it's just me this time. So anyway, I wanted to take a little bit of time and tell you what I did on my first day. It is the day after, actually, so I wanted to be able to wait till this morning to kind of give you an overview of everything I did yesterday. So I get on the board the ship about 12:45 yesterday. They said embarkation started at 1, but when I got to the pier at 12 o'clock, just about perfectly 12 o'clock noon, there was already a pretty long line of people ready to get on board and lining up and going through security. So it took me about 40 minutes. We were at Terminal 26, which is not my favorite terminal at Port Everglades. But it took about 40 minutes to get through security and get checked in and get on board the ship. Now, the first thing I did when I got on board is I brought my carry-on luggage, which is all I traveled with on this trip. I get to the stateroom. I just wanted to stick my bags there until I had a chance to go get a quick bite to eat for lunch. I didn't want to wait too late for lunch because I had an early dinner appointment at 6 o'clock. But I was a little hungry. I didn't have breakfast. I thought, well, the quickest, easiest way to get something to eat is probably just to go up to the buffet. So I went up to deck 9, to the Lido deck, and to the Lido Market is what they call the buffet on this ship. So that went pretty well. I know for at least for the first couple of days, they're serving the food to the guests from behind the line. So you have crew members actually putting the food on the plate. People aren't grabbing the utensils and putting their own food on their plate, which I actually like, and I hope they do that through the whole cruise, but I don't know if they do. I know on the last Holland America cruise we did, it seemed like they only did that for the first 2 or 3 days. I think it's just more sanitary rather than have 500 people grabbing these utensils. So I had my light lunch, came back down to the stateroom, and I wanted to do a walkthrough video, which we will be posting to our YouTube channel very soon. So if you're interested in the veranda stateroom, make sure you check out that video, and I will show you every feature that there is in the stateroom. In total, we've got 5 power outlets plus a USB port on the desk. I'm actually in the stateroom right now. I'm just sitting on the sofa, got the camera over here on the desk, and I'm just using this as my vlogging location because it's quiet. No interruptions, no people walking by asking what's going on. So it's just a little easier for me to do it in the stateroom. So after I did my walkthrough video, it was almost time for the muster drill, but I had just enough time to walk down to deck 2, I think it was on deck 2, and make a couple of changes to my specialty restaurant reservations. They had a desk set up down there where you can change reservations, make reservations. That got handled very easily. There was a small line, but not too bad. And then by the time that was over, it was time for the muster drill. Now the muster drill was a little unusual, a little different. Basically, when the alarm sounds, you were instructed to go back to the stateroom and watch a safety video on the TV. But then after, I'd say 5 or 6 minutes, another announcement came saying to, get yourself down to your muster station. And that the muster station is shown on your stateroom key, which it was. and my muster station was C2, Section L, I believe. So they did tell us that the number of the muster station, the number is the deck number. So I knew C2 meant I had to go to deck 2. That's all I knew. I didn't know what C meant. So there were people showing up in the elevator lobby on deck 2, and some were B2, some were A2, some were D2, and they had no idea where to go. So what you had was this large number of people kind of chaotically yelling out to the crew members, where's D2, where's C2, where's A2? And the crew members would say, turn to your right, go that way, turn to your left, go that way. And so, as it turns out, my muster station was at B.B. King's, the little nightclub on deck 2, B.B. King's. Seems like it would have been easier just to put that as the muster station. Nevertheless, who am I to judge? So I got to the muster station, and the muster drill, you did not have to take your life vest with you, which I like. And a lot of ships are doing this now. Back in the day, and still on some ships, you're supposed to get your life vest out of the stateroom and take it with you to the muster drill, and then everybody gets up and puts on their life vest. Or some ships even still have you go out to the actual lifeboat that you're assigned to and stand outside and do that. But a lot of ships nowadays are no longer doing that. And the reason is because a lot of people, I think the reason is, I don't know this for sure, but I know for a fact a lot of people got injured after these lifeboat drills because the life vests have these very long straps that you wrap around. And at the end of the drill, what people do is they take those straps off and they hang down and they drag on the floor. And imagine you've got 2,000 people trying to get back to their stateroom after the muster drill with all these straps hanging on the ground, and people would step on them and trip on them, and not, people were falling on the stairs and everything. So a lot of people were getting injured because of the muster drill, which is supposed to save lives. So it's kind of ironic. So I think what a lot of ships have done now is they've just said, leave the life vest in the stateroom, come to the drill, we'll show you how to put the life vest on, which is what they did. The crew member demonstrated how to put on the life vest, and that's really all you need. And of course, when you get back to your stateroom, you can practice it, put on your life vest. You can always ask your stateroom attendant to help you, and it's not a bad idea. It's a good idea to do that. After the muster drill, I didn't waste any time. I went right up to deck 9 to the Lido pool deck, where they have a big screen, and they had advertised they were going to be showing the Dallas Cowboys play the New England Patriots, which I was kind of excited to see. And I sat down in one of the lounge chairs at the pool. There were quite a few people out there. I mean, it's almost sail away. Sail away was at about 4:30, something like that, 4:45. And on each, next to your pool lounge chairs, they have these little tables where you can set drinks. And there's a little plastic button there you can press if you want a waiter to come over and take a drink order. So I pressed the button several times over the next hour and a half, and nobody ever showed up to take a drink order. And there were, I guess there were waiters. I didn't see any waiters, but this is sail away. This is usually when people are drinking as the ship is sailing out of port. I was a little surprised by that, so I don't know if it was because we were after the muster drill and the crew hadn't all gotten back up to the bar area to do work. I'm not sure what it was, but I thought it was kind of unusual that at sail away, which is, most people want to have a drink at sail away, and unless you walked up to the bar and got your own drink, I couldn't find a waiter to take a drink order. So anyway, watched the game. It was horrible. The Cowboys did terrible. Patriots didn't do much better, but enough to beat the Cowboys. So I had my 6 o'clock appointment at Tamarind, my reservation, to have dinner. And I've eaten at Tamarind on other Holland America ships. This is kind of their Asian fusion restaurant, and it's very good. It's always been a good place to dine on all of the ships I've been on Holland America. This was no exception. The service was great. The food was incredible. It's one of the best, if not the best, Asian food I've had on a cruise ship. It's that good. So I'm going to do a complete vlog on Tamarind, as well as a review for our cruise ship dining review blog on CruiseReport.com, so make sure you check that out. After my dinner at Tamarind, went down to deck 1 to the internet service desk because I was having some issues with the Wi-Fi. There's 3 different Wi-Fi packages offered on this ship, and I'm sure that's across the entire fleet. I don't have the names of those packages in front of me, but I can tell you I got the premium, the high-end package for one device. Each of their packages are only good for one device. If you want multiple devices, for example, if you want to be using the internet on a laptop or an iPad and an iPhone at the same time, you have to purchase 2 packages, one for each device. If you just want to use on one device at a time, you just need the one package for that device, which is what I purchased. And it was $139 for the entire week. Now you might say, well, that's kind of expensive. And it is expensive, but it's $24.95 per day if you just do it on a daily basis. $139 a day versus $24.95 a day, a bargain if you look at it that way. I had logged in to the Wi-Fi on my laptop and it worked okay, it worked fine. Then I also had logged out on the computer so that I could log in on the telephone. I was using the phone for Instagram and other things at dinner. I could not figure out how on the phone to log out so that I could log back in on the laptop when I got back to the stateroom. So I went down to the desk to ask the guy to help me with this, and he showed me some different things. Let me just say, it's a little bit clunky. I've been on a lot of cruise ships with a lot of different Wi-Fi systems, and this one is complicated compared to some others I've used. Bottom line is we had to clear some caches, we had to redo some things on the phone. I was able to get it to work, and the most important thing I found out is if you log in on the laptop, it just automatically will disconnect the phone. So you don't really have to log out, it will log you out automatically. It seems to be working. I'll see when I try to upload this video. The reason I got the big package, this is the only one that would allow any form of streaming. Like if I wanted to make a phone call on my cell phone with WhatsApp over Wi-Fi, this was the only package that would allow that. So I'm going to try that later just to see if it'll actually work. I'm also going to try to upload this video to YouTube. That's a stretch. I don't know if I've got the bandwidth for that. That's basically what I did. After that, I just walked around the ship, took some pictures and videos. I'm going to go, today we're at Half Moon Cay. I'm going to go out and check that out. Tomorrow I'll do another vlog on day 2, so let you know what happened today. So anyway, if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click the little subscribe button down below. And if you click that little bell, YouTube will let you know that we've got a new video out. So anyway, thanks again for joining us today on CruiseReport.com.